Greetings, Sister Prime Creator. Blessings to you.
Hi,
Greetings.
Prime. I can begin just with the first picture, the guy. If you have something about what I guess they really need to have someone in place in Canada to keep their stuff running. I guess he's part of that.
Yeah, he's trying to do a good job. He's not like Trudeau. Yeah, he does seem like he has some honesty, but he does get payoffs every now and then. But overall, he's here to do a decent job, from what I could see.
Even in the past,
Yeah, he's like in the middle. He's not great, but he's better than what you have now.
yeah.
But yeah, it's an improvement from what you're going through.
Though he's supposed to be able to win something, take jump in the job.
For him, what do you mean? For him to get the job, or what do you mean?
I mean, if he will be able to take the place of prime minister, or
No, Prime Minister's gonna be there for quite some time. He might, but I don't know. They're probably gonna put somebody in just as corrupt as what's there now. So yeah, he might not be as corrupt enough. They don't want to change it anytime soon. So there's a possibility of it, but right now they're trying to keep it the way it is. So
I get. I just posted the picture of the guy we just chatted 2 seconds ago, Chris Guy,
oh yeah.
with his girlfriend. If any information that come out from him.
Well, yeah, he's trying to do a good job. He's being stopped a lot. He's being shut down a lot. So, but yeah, he does have good intentions overall. As you can see, he's very into his looks. But he's using that to, make it things better for other people. So it's kind of like a salesman, but not in a bad way though.
No, you have a. You can explain his point of view and he can hold it. And yeah, okay.
It feels like he's trying to do the right thing overall, though, the best of his ability.
Okay, thanks. The third thing is about just a little update about the woman. I just feel his energy have changed. Any update about how she is now after 5 months? Is 5 6 months? His son is dying.
Yeah, she seems to be actually more sadder than she was before. So she's doesn't look like she's getting any better, actually. Feels like she's getting more depressed as she gets older. And I mean, she's learning to live with it, but she's dealing with a lot for herself. So she's doing the best she can at this point.
Very good.
So
okay.
Yeah, so her son passed away.
Yeah, in October.
Yeah, she's not doing well. She's hanging in there, but she's not doing well right now. It's hard for her to hold on to this reality. So she's kind of letting go, you can say. She still has a while to be here, but she just kind of let it go.
No. Any message from his son? He maybe can wish to tell about his mother, or
this is something she has very connected to the felines. It's like one of her cubs crossed over. She has to understand death. What he left is for her to understand the afterlife, and she's having difficulties with. So actually, he opened up a door for her to be more comfortable, for her to prepare for her own self. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I did that.
Does she don't believe in that or something like that?
No, she didn't. No, she's easily to get trapped and lost. So he did what he can to help her with that. So he's going to be there for her. So you can say he crossed over. He had other reasons why, but one of them is to help her when her time is ready, so she doesn't get lost. She's known to get lost here a lot.
She get lost a lot in many life. She have
No.
this difficulty.
Yeah, she's been a ghost. She's been a ghost many incarnations. You can probably tell in her energy field. Meaning that she'll end up in a relationship and then she'll die all of a sudden and she'll stay in that relationship as a ghost for years and years and years and haunting houses and things like that.
Okay.
You can probably feel that in her energy field.
Okay. She cannot. Okay. She still not know how to the things work about that.
Right. So yeah, she's doing the best. It's hard for her to be human. She knows she needs it's good for her to be here so to help love herself. She's having trouble with that. And help love other. I mean, she came with love in a relationship, but she has trust issues that she's still dealing with too.
Okay. How he has been deal with the the loss of his son after 6 months?
For her or
For the husband?
for the husband. He's taking a lot better. He understands the process a lot better. He's not as afraid of death as she is. So yeah, it hurts. He's mad at God for why his son died the way he did, but he's more mad at the spirit realm for taking his son so quickly. So, but he's coping a lot better than she is. So.
Okay. Cool. After a few months, I think a few months. I think that a few last week, I began to release more faster than before. Any form of thing that will probably appear for me or
well yeah, you're releasing not that you have attachments, but you are releasing energies that you've been attached to in your past. Yeah. So just family energies is getting better. There's still some difficulties you're having with one of your brothers, the younger brother, so like you're dealing with him a lot astrally, at least to heal that connection. Because not that you need to release them, but to heal that connection, there's still kind of a disconnect there.
Yeah. Almost 2 months I don't see my brother.
Yeah.
Usually I try to see him to every 2 weeks, but seem to not necessarily want to see me or anyway. I know
he's going through a lot of life stuff, so we're just going through a lot of self-love, trying to figure himself out. So it's really nothing against you. You just yes, things yes. Yeah, it's nothing against you. It's just that he just sometimes he needs some time to himself figure things out.
Anyway, I try to not talk too much about what I do to him because I think he's maybe not just want to hear that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's hard to me to not talk about it to him.
Yeah, he's definitely not ready for it. Yeah, there's just not a lot to talk about really. Other than that, there's really not much to, so I would say give him a month if it's been a month. Yeah, you probably won't hear him. Like you'll hear him from him once a month, it seems. But he's all right overall, though.
Yeah. And any update about how the path of my mother? I know she is 7, so will begin older.
She seems to be doing better in her old age, which is interesting. She seems to be. I think that's something to do with what you're doing, your inner work that you're doing. It seems like she's doing a lot better with life. She's like, from what I can see, it looks like she's getting more positive. Actually, she's learning to live with getting older and not dread it as much as she used to, which is good. Yeah, just it's like she's getting younger. So
yeah.
I mean, she might be moody and all that, which is normal for her. She wants to change her characteristics too much. But overall, it looks like she's accepting it. She's learning how to not dread it as much as she did in the past. So it's good.
Yeah, I try to stay neutral when about different subject. and I know she don't. She tell me she don't look the TV, the news about what happened now, but I
Mhm.
think she looked because the way she talked about some different. If the subject come on the table, I see his position, so I
Mhm.
can clearly see that the media influence his position,
Yeah.
but I'm not trying to
Um,
push too much.
of course. Yeah, with your um, yeah, she just seems to be she is a little bit worried about where the government is going and all that. She doesn't like that. She doesn't like the corruption, but overall, her own personal health is improving greatly, though. Her mental health, her physical health isn't too bad. You know, it's ages. That's normal.
Yeah, she tried to take a walk every day and stay and move. I think she always try to take a walk to stay in shape.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But she's
okay,
healing a
okay.
lot of her mood swings. She's had a lot of
Yeah.
those in the past. That's really greatly improved, actually.
Does I still have a lot of things in the past life as AI that's I need to release or I've almost finished or
Well, you say as always, it depends on what you feel you need to release. There is a hive mind AI lifetime where you're controlling many robots. It's like you're technically like controlling the planet itself, the AI, components. Like you're like the mothership of the planet itself. Like you're the central computer of the planet. So there's a lot of AI, and not that you're being a dictator or anything, but you just had like a godlike presence on a planet. It wasn't serious. So there's android beings that were there, but machines like toasters and things like that you were connected to, and little robots and things like that. But beings they would come to you. That's another reason, yeah, why you have your personality too. Is like you're not out to be diabolical or anything like that.
yeah,
Be neutral overall.
the revenge of the toaster.
Yeah. Well, they liked what you're doing because it kept things safe. But it's like the Internet of Things. Everything's connected to the internet. So it's like that. So you can make your refrigerator open, close, turn on, turn off. You have that power.
Yeah, that's what I think of the I know when I do my inner work, the idea of bring more bring emotion into the logic of the machine or and the logic of the AI because they create a more balance. Yeah, okay, I remember. I was searching about what why some kind of thing I was more it was more easy to learn in or to spend time and then other and and I thought about mathematics or other form of science that's
Mhm.
more uh, you use more your head than anything for that
Yeah.
and and the idea is because it's hard for me because you don't have emotion inside. I cannot play as if I write something. If I write a story, I can play with the word. I can play with the emotion inside. If I play with guitar, I can play with the string. I can play. I can put emotion, and I just didn't find how to put emotion and play with the logic or the fixed science. And I think it's probably what need to come in the AI or even electricity. It come another form of energy and with emotion, something like that.
Yeah, but you're disconnected from emotions, as you can see, but you're bringing those emotions back. So, well, the more that you, release any type of AI, you can technically write your own language, an AI language, like an alien AI language, just using symbols. That's up to you. You don't have to write a whole language, but you might feel certain symbols that are connected to the AI, and that might come to mind. And those are the symbols from other lifetimes. I do see the guitar as a good way of releasing. You can play the guitar and just releasing. You don't have to go too deep.
Yeah, I know a few years ago I just play for fun, and I I think I just fully be connected to myself. I just feel like I was inside a beam or something like that, and I think I just feel what I think I need to do for a few seconds that happened,
Yeah.
and just didn't didn't be able to replicate this moment.
Yeah.
But I know that exists, and I know that's possible. I just don't they should know exactly what I do.
Well, another thing of connected to your artificial intelligence is kind of like nightclubs. You can visualize it. You can look online. Usually, it's like disco-looking nightclubs, retro-looking. The different colors and stuff like that. You can visualize like a bunch of machines, and they're actually running the disco itself, or the electric. Things are getting more, the DJs, the robotic DJs and things like that. Some of that might help you trigger memories of your lifetimes in other worlds.
Yeah. Okay.
So just techno music. Yeah, I feel like this is an AI music. You can listen to it. You don't have to listen to it, but some of it you'll feel like, wow, I think that was written by an AI being. And that's the music that's here.
Okay, or something that mainly the kind of music that that mainly uh,
Yeah.
use machine to create.
Yeah. Techno music, electronic music, and industrial. Something to think about. It's whatever you feel you need to look into.
Okay.
Yeah, they're showing like Android midgets, midget people,
Midget.
or little people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like little robots. I think there's also a movie. I think it's in Buck Rogers, that silver being. Yeah. Little robot beings. Yeah. I think it was a Buck Rogers. What about Buck Rogers? It should be there.
Is the Buck Roger is a character, or is just the time
Yeah, it's
movie?
It's a sci-fi show. Yeah. There's a robot in that. There's a robot in that. Well, you can vision. It looks like it's Chinese, but you'll see it.
Okay.
It's like a robot boy.
Okay.
Just a thought. Anywhere, I'll look into
it. They drink oil.
Yeah, they don't really eat anything. They can go out without eating for a long time.
Okay. Any private message I need to receive at this point?
The release, of course, will take time. There is some blockages. It's connected to a mothership. Actually, your mother has been a mothership AI being. And so is your brothers, but your brothers weren't as strong. They were like your brothers are part of like AI, part of like a transport ships, or like those little biplanes. They weren't.
The older one, Pierre, is the older one. Daniel is the one between me and the older.
Yeah. Yeah. All your brothers have been part of just like the little ships. I don't believe they've been part of the main ship. Well, your older brother has been part of a mothership also.
Okay. Other message?
The cooking energy that you connect to is just basically for you to understand humanity, connect to the emotions, the flavors people like, and just it's about conversation. It's about connecting with people. It was an easy way where you can camouflage who you are. People can't see your, it's just a good way to enter the world. That'll make it easier. Of course, you have other directions that you're doing now, but as a cook, it just helps. We're part of the kitchen. It just helps you, open up more and, be more social, basically.
It's more like an excuse to have to talk and.
Yeah, you're kind of forced to do it. You have to communicate. Now, you could have been engineering, okay, doing computer work and all that, but then you're just isolated all the time. That's not going to do any good.
Yeah, it could be better than work in a strip club.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Okay, other message I need to receive?
Well, I'm not sure this is helpful. You have seen like a space Jesus. You have seen like a Jesus being that was like high powered being that was in space, that was just like a holy being of technology, kind of like a Jesus that just like is a god of technology. He wasn't technology, he wasn't a robot, but he had to he ruled it and things like that, which is kind of twisted actually.
I multiplied the iPhone.
Yeah, we have seen beings that were, well, because of technology for some worlds became a religion.
Okay. Some people just put them underneath in front of TV.
Yeah.
Sacrifice sacrifice a microwave.
Exactly. Well, they feel like they can control technology. Space Jesus was, trying to, control people through technology, basically manipulate people. How to treat it, how to talk to it, it's complicated.
As what kind of race that was?
That was a Palladian being. An kind of mentally ill Palladian being.
It's almost always the same. It's like almost the same 10 race that's around, and we hear, but we don't. Do you have a kind of restriction about what kind of race could be in this universe, or?
What do you mean? Of other races, you mean? Or
I mean, we talk, when you have or receive information, seem to have, it's almost all the time the same race that's around.
Yeah.
And that have influence, but I don't believe they have probably more race that could influence what we don't hear, we don't talk pretty much.
Well, because there's so many of them, it's difficult to keep track of all of them. So the main ones are just spoken about because they're the ones that influence reality mostly. There are others that influence it more, but they don't want to be known. So there's a lot of alien races that don't want to be known at all.
Okay.
So, I mean, there are some, I don't know, it's up to what, but yeah, there's many races out there. It's 10,000 or hundreds of thousands of alien races out there. So,
yeah, it's probably a big deal to set up everything together.
Well, there's like a synthetic race where they just work on tissue, where they work on DNA, skin tissue for androids and humans. So they don't really have a name, whatever name you want to give them. But there are alien races that just want to work on skin and, different, like skin is like fabric.
Yeah. They are, you mean aware that they are physical form, or?
Yeah. Well, they're in fourth dimension, but they can't be physical. Yeah. They're kind of connected to their Arcturian energies. They're, synthetic beings. is okay to call them that. Sometimes a name might come to mind, but yeah, they have like you would have skin, like you'd have carpets. It would be skin material. To them, they don't see it as anything. It's just they're always experimenting with different types of skin forms. So
Yeah, but I know some discussion is limited to what we know, the knowledge about the knowledge we have in general. But they have other kind of form. We have the material form. We have some etheric or energy form. They have another kind of form of entity can manifest themselves, or
yes. What are you speaking about? Form, like physical form? You mean, or what do you mean?
I mean, we have the basic physical form
Yeah.
we know, and we can understand the energetic or the etheric form some
Mhm.
entity can have, but does have more than these three or more four form entity can manifest themselves, and we just because we don't know in this universe or this or just the other form exists only under other dimension under
Yeah.
other form of universe.
Well, yeah, there's many, of course. Well, in this universe, in this galaxy, there's many different other species of man. Of course, there's some species of man that was just like a leopard skin. They look like human, but they look like leopards. I mean, they have leopard skin though. So,
Not me, the different form physical, I mean a different form of it's like if the physical the material form doesn't exist and the
yeah.
energetic or
Mhm.
etheric form doesn't exist, what other form entity can exist?
Oh, well, yeah. Usually, an energy form. Well, anything can exist. So, but you're, as you know, you're in a part of the human form. But like, what's the other form besides human?
Other kind of not I don't know, other kind of something can exist, other
Well, there's
other
shapes. There's
on
shaped beings, things like that.
it's not the shape that I don't it's not about the shape or square rectangle humanoid. And it's not about the material form. I mean,
Mm.
it's not about plastic, woods, or rock. It's about rock, wood, plastic is material form that can manifest something. You have the energy form that can take many different
Yes.
can exist in different way,
Mhm.
and you have ethereal or soul that just can exist under your other form of condition. And I just try to know if they have other form than these three an entity can exist.
Not really. I mean, usually, I mean, it can be a planet form. Of course, that's a circle of sphere, but it can be a planet frequency. But other dimensions, other universes are different forms normally. You know, but yeah, here is just what you see here. Yeah, currently.
Okay.
It has to go to the basics of what it has we have now. I mean, there's liquid energy, there's liquid beings, there's also air type of beings, there's fire energy beings. If you're looking for something like that,
No. Okay.
and there's DNA, molecule beings also.
Okay. Um, can you bring my higher self, please?
Yes, of course.
Thanks.
brings you. This is your higher self. Blessings.
Any message I need to receive or information that could be useful at this point?
I do see your mother's health. You are combining your energy with her to give her more, energy to continue, for her to, longevity. One of your brothers, your younger one, is going through a lot of depression at this time. That's another reason why I haven't heard from him. It's nothing against you. You're just going through a great deal of self-reflection, you could say. You're one of these pictures you have here, the female here. Yeah, you do connect to her in astral. She does listen to what you're saying. I believe, yes, you're around her every day. I do see around 12 o'clock noon, actually, astrally. Because at night, she just goes so deep. When she's sleeping, it just gets too deep. So you connect to her during the day when she's not so aware that you're there. You might come to mind to her every once in a while, but to help her with her direction in life. So.
Okay. Does she is more open than the past to make a connection with me, or?
Oh, in the future?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe maybe a couple more months. Yeah, a couple months. April was March, April. We see April as a good month. Now, if you message her, she doesn't get back to you. Yeah, that's on her then. She's kind of like an adolescent. She's still kind of a teenager in a lot of ways. She might be getting older. It's like she's still 16. So she's moody. She closes up. She closes in, as you know. She shuts herself down.
Yeah. But she have enough change to be more open to make a connection by herself, while I will still need to make some move to start the machine.
Machine? What kind of machine you're talking about? What do you mean?
I mean, she have enough change inside her to make herself the first move. Why I still need to make the first move too.
No, you need to probably make the first move because she's kind of lazy about it.
Okay.
You don't see her doing anything. No. She could, but she chooses not to. So. Okay. She's going, yeah. She's dealing with a lot of inner love.
She don't have necessarily a real interest to talk with me, or?
She does, but then she has to open herself up, and she doesn't want to do that. Mm-hmm. Okay, she doesn't want to talk about sensitive subjects. So it's not about you; it's about subjects you talk about.
It's more his personal stuff.
Yeah. Like with you can go deep, and she's, denying all that. Actually, she was when you're an android robot, she actually bought you. You're like a butler in your past.
Yeah.
That's another reason why you feel a connection to her, because you've been her butler as a robot.
Yeah, sure.
You've always been there for her. Yeah.
So. I see her in many from every aspect.
Yeah. But the android butler one is still pretty strong for what we see. So she'll let down her guard. When she was talking to you, it's like, wow, you're really talkative. Well, just here to help.
But turn on the electricity. We'll be chatty.
Well, yeah, we've also been in previous lifetimes, yeah, like of course, we've had different relationships with her too, but one of them is a older brother, and that part of you is being, you're probably feeling more of that because you understand her more. She understands herself.
I was his older brother.
Hers, yeah.
Okay. Does she been a AI with me somewhere
Yeah.
something?
She's been, yeah, a robot wife to you. Yeah. She has been, you've been both android beings, but I believe she's been, yeah, you're a human. She was an android wife of yours. Yeah. And she's been an AI that talks, yeah, to talk to, in a relationship. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which has been like a supercomputer. We had a relationship with her too. She was really shy. So she's in denial of all that. No, she might be a little bit open to that here a little bit, but she's kind of scared of all that currently.
Oh,
Yeah, her
okay.
incarnation here is a little bit tragic because she's just so hard on herself.
It seems it will be another few lives before we'll be able to to just sit uh, close to each other.
Yeah, that's a possibility. She's kind of scattered right now. This lifetime, it's possible. If not, it's not it's not the end.
I guess. Any other message I need to receive or useful information?
Hmm. I'm not sure if this is helpful. You also have lifetimes as a race car driver in your past life. Another world, of course.
Okay, how many times I crashed my car?
A couple of times, but yes, you're very fast, but you're just very you understand the movements and everything of it. So I was an Alpha Centauri. So
I'm not sure. I try a new way to release and find what stuck me, and I'm still not sure what is hold me to have a car and take my license. Is something I cannot. I don't know. I try to understand what's hold me to.
but you don't want a car? Is that what you mean? Or
I know it's useful, and
mhm.
I I don't know. I know
Yeah,
it's in some way that could be done. You can die with that, even if you don't
yeah.
do some
Well,
stupid deed that you just allow
yeah.
someone to isn't
There
or
was,
just miss.
yeah, accidents. Yeah, you died in the track. There's an other. I mean, there's also a version of you here on Earth in the 1920s. Yeah, the old dragster cars when they first had the cars.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had one of those. I don't think it survived. But you're
I
in
st-
races. You're in race in Germany.
I start the race with a 40 model and finish the race with the flat one.
Yeah, yeah, in Germany. You can look this up too. We don't have exactly the dates of it, but yeah, you're a drag racer. But you're in races. But that's when it was very primitive during that time, as you know. It was on the 1920s, 1930s. But yeah, you went fast though. Maybe too fast.
Man, but yeah, I know with the fast and 15 years ago was not the same as today.
No. Oh, it was still
Uh,
pretty fast back then. It's not as today, but it's still pretty fast. At least 60, 70 miles an hour, at least. They
I
were very
die.
capable of that.
I die after at the I
Yeah.
die fast
Well,
or
no, he raced many, many, many times, 10 or 20 races, big ones. The one from
okay.
one, I mean, like died in your late 20s, but yeah, what they show is your wheel caught fire on your driver's side in
Yeah.
the back, and you just lost control and hit a wall, or if you blew up. So you didn't want to survive that.
No.
Feel was in Germany though. Your guides are it's in Germany.
And the same thing is, so it's something I can release in this life, or I will need to hold another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, just see what it looks like when you're in a race car. Whatever time frame comes to mind. Yeah.
And
Whatever reality shows up.
and other fear is to be stuck in with my car somewhere with nobody around. I guess it's about something somewhere.
Oh, in this lifetime? For
No, it is another. It's like another fear to be stuck somewhere, and
yeah.
it's like sometimes you see in the movie, the guy is stuck in the winter time with the
Yeah.
car in the field and nobody around, and
Yeah, that's like 1920s. Yeah. Where you had a car, yeah, and it broke down a lot out in the middle of nowhere. Because there were not many roads and things like that. So that was in that same lifetime, if I can say. It's like more trouble than it's worth.
yeah, a big party. Okay.
That's what they're showing currently. Yeah. You also have a connection to the moon. You've also lived on the moon. You get a lot of zeta beings, different type of alien energies. Alpha Centauri beings that were not really humanoid looking. They looked humanoid, but they weren't. They were humanoid, they didn't have a face. They have arms and legs, but they're just like, it's hard to describe what they looked like. But you were
Uh,
one of those type of beings on the moon.
The other day, I thought about what Ivan do when he is channeling about alien, the other form of entity, and I thought that's look that look nice, but at the same time, it's not. I know it's not necessarily my interest to do directly that kind of race or something like that, and just the idea of more indigenous, like more like American
Well,
Indian, something like that, that come to my mind. That could be more easy for me. I don't know why.
was a particle beings where they're fractal beings. They're like basically they're little pieces and they can come together as a shape, a person, or a thing, and they can disconnect and turn into different energies. That's something that you're connected to, kind of like nanotechnology in some way. Yeah. There's also lake, water type of beings, water consciousness beings that can, yeah, they can the portal being. So basically, been a portal being also where you can open up different dimensions for it. Basically, just an energy being. I'm not sure if that's not what you're looking for, but meaning your energy is connected to some of the stargates on this planet, actually. And that's why you feel other dimensions that there are in this universe are just hard to describe here currently.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if we understand each other about what I say, but
Mm-hmm.
it just seems it could be more elemental, more human, not more
No.
human race, or the more I can other more uh, exotic race, exotic human race. I could be more easily connect than extraterrestrial and
Oh, like a different, yes. So that would be more like an elemental being. Yeah. Well, like a godlike being, similar to like Zeus or what you see in Greece. You've been connected to beings that are similar to that. They don't necessarily have to look humanoid, but they are humanoid, but they don't look human. Human. Yeah. They're not really giving us. I mean, you've had a lot of times where you had a like a bullhead. You're
yeah.
humanoid, half human, half bull. That's one of your stronger connections. You've also been a two-headed being. Is that what you're looking for?
I think could be.
When you have two heads. You've also had a lot of time you had three heads. That was too much.
Yeah. It will be a pain in the ass to fix the hair in the morning.
Yeah, we've had two. You have been a two-headed being on Mars, actually.
Two-head.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Some of that might come to your mind. Yeah.
In a previous chat session, Ivan during the week, he talked about past life as indigenous, or American Indian, something like that. That helped me to release a few things. How does past life help me?
Yes, around Alaska area. You've seen a lot of that happen with the Indians that were not very positive. I mean, some of it was good, but a lot of them are in abductions by alien beings around the Alaska area.
So, I've been there. I've been there in past life.
Mm-hmm.
And how that's helped me to release now. I released some stuff up there at this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also Russia around the Siberia area, you have been there too, but it wasn't as cold as it is now. Siberia and Russia had a lot of more positive. There's a lot that's been hidden there now. Some of that might come to you. The North Pole, you lived around the North Pole as an Indian being. You not exactly a Native American, kind of like a Native American, but you traveled throughout the North Pole. Your country, the countries around the North Pole area. Okay. You actually lived in the North Pole, definitely. In Greenland. And yeah, you just connect to the energies and see what you feel. What does it look like to you? So you can say technically in the North Pole, depends on how there is kind of like a hole there. It's not really a hole there, but you can visualize a hole going into the center of the earth.
Okay. And I will just change the subject a little bit. It seems I will probably in the beginning of April, I will begin to restart the job in the cooking job.
Yeah, if you want
yeah, I don't think I will stay there for necessarily another years, but I would just begin to tire to do the same thing again. I think I'm less patient to repeat the same thing now. Eddie, something more fun, or something that could be happier on my path for the next 12 months, or.
Well, the cooking job is just good for income, but it's up to you. I mean, machinery might be something, engineering or working with machines might be of interest. Like manufacturing might not be too exciting, but that's one step into different types of. I mean, you have the ability to create your own machines. That doesn't mean you have the materials to do so, but you could create things like that. So,
machine for doing what?
Anything, manufacturing. Just manufacturing.
Okay. Create a project.
Yeah.
Now is to find a project.
Yeah. Or get a job where machines are building, like cars and things like that. Just a thought. Okay. But machines seem to be something that you can build you could build, little ones on your own, of course. But the big ones, of course, take a little bit more.
Yeah, more material and more time.
No. Yeah. That's one direction that might work for you.
I know. I don't know why I try to buy some book of mathematics and try to. I feel I don't know if it's just something I need to release about that kind of learning. It's
Mm.
something, or it's something that could be useful to uh, put my put come back in the mathematics or other form of science. What kind of door that try to be open here?
Well, I mean, we see like geometry. Um, is this something that you want to study, or what is it that you want to do with it, or just release it?
I just feel like I just buy some. I just feel I need to buy some mathematics book. Different.
Mhm.
Some of them I never study in the past because they
Mhm.
are the level of this mathematics is higher than
Yeah.
what I do in the past.
Mhm.
But I feel is have something, but at the same time, I just maybe just my learning process I need to fix to clear, or it's something I need to maybe I don't know if it's just a path that
Yeah.
could be there for me and just need to fix something.
Well, yeah, sacred geometry or just regular geometry has there's memories there implanted in there that will start to help you trigger. But as for memories, for job, yeah, you can yeah, wherever you want to go into with that
Okay,
for geometry.
the process of the to jump in the mathematics is more about unlock memories than anything.
Hmm. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it for a job, I mean, you can do what you're used to doing right now if you want to, like the cooking, if you want to, but that will only be temporary. Eventually, it'll lead to another job, but depends on what you're looking for. Just to be more open to what you, it'll find you eventually a new direction.
Okay. Any, yeah, for the cooking job, I have at this point at this moment. Does it will be okay for the next month and the next years, or the
Hmm.
government will try to to make it like done again, and
No, it'll be fine for the next couple of years. Yeah.
because it's the lockdown hurt him really much that he have difficulty. I know it's real difficult for him to not make run the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we see you doing. Yeah, it'll be good. I mean, finding this new direction in a job, I probably will take a couple of years, or this probably a couple of years to really find what you're looking for. So,
Yeah.
there's also flying planes. Doesn't mean you have to fly a plane, but no, work in aviation. Some kind doesn't mean you have to be a stewardess or anything like that. But something to do with aviation, it's not really showing what that would be exactly. Putting planes together or something like that. If you want to go into that field. Mm-hmm.
I guess I hope I don't need to have dynamite around myself like a chemicals.
No, but plane designing those type of things. Obviously, you have to be in that group. But there's some, I mean, robotics, plane design, is things like cars don't seem to be that interest. Yeah, but other things are. Something to think about at least.
For this life,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like a designer, or
That's a possibility. It depends on, yeah, how you push yourself on that one.
yeah, I would probably need to push really much
Yeah,
to
you have to push a lot for that. Yeah.
they probably need to show me
That's
the
a
big.
Yeah, that's a tough one to get into. But you can just, I don't know. I mean, we just see a lot of aircraft design ideas coming to you and even manufacturing ideas. But how you put that into a job is depending on what you want to do.
Could be really a big difference between
Yeah, what you're doing now. Yeah.
Yeah. When you look for the new job, what you did in the past, like cooking. Oh. Okay.
Also bikes, something to do. Yeah, cars are not on the list, but bikes also. Doesn't mean you'd be designing bikes, but something to do it, like regular bikes, things like that. So, like a
Yeah,
bike
probably so.
shop or something like that. Yeah. It all depends on what you want to put your heart into. So,
Yeah.
like aircraft design, obviously that's more of an alien connection, but you can explore it with your own imagination, just to see where your mind goes with it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, 3D design of something.
Exactly. Something fun. I mean, if you want to, doesn't mean it has to be a job, but just something where your passions are, of course.
Okay. Um, These are six. Any other message I can need to receive or?
Well, I mean, the food direction is still, well, we see, this is off topic, but astronomy also, I mean, you're already doing a form of it. Astronomy connected to different star systems will give you some insight to your, like, a constellation might give you an AI energy, artificial intelligence energy. So
Mhm.
just something to think about. If you want to go in that direction, you don't have to go in that full direction, go in other directions also.
Yeah. But about the plane is more for personal design is for
Yeah, it's just something to open your brain, your mind up to
it's more personal.
lifetimes. Yeah.
It's not necessary for working for someone with the
No. Um, well, you do have the capabilities, but obviously your life direction is a lot different.
yeah.
Yeah. Depends on where your passions are.
Yeah, design. Okay.
But it is worth looking at what you would feel with something like that because you have developed planes in your other lifetimes. So,
Okay. Any useful how can I say that? Do in the next year, do I will begin to meet some people for different direction or different
um,
change. Think that they will change a little bit my life, day-to-day life, or
well, it all depends. It's probably most likely like a job. Probably that's what a future job will do that. From what we're seeing.
okay.
Other than that, we're not really seeing a lot of action.
Until I begin to have a car.
No.
Increase. Okay. Uh, what could I ask? Any entity wish to jump in?
Yes. Yes. All right. Blessings.
Thanks.
Greetings. We are the Arturians. Blessings to you. Yes. Memories of building as a android being will probably come to you as a father of android type of energies will come back to you, kind of like building your version of Pinocchio, you can say. As for job, um, there is a future job out there, maybe in construction. Now, construction, you can get a job pretty easily, even with your background. Of course, you have to move up. You can start small, but you can move up within that. Doesn't mean you have to do actually physical construction. You can also do management, things like that. But of course, you have to have some kind of experience. But you can move up in that direction if you want to go something different. Won't be easy, of course.
I guess.
Something to think about. But right now, the food arts seem to be decent for right now. You do have a connection to gorilla people, the Planet of the Apes people. Yeah, so that didn't go too well. It seems like you had to give that reality a break. Some of them are a little bit too headstrong.
Okay.
To deal with them. Yes, go ahead.
Those I will have much bigger release I will did this year to help to that will make a lot of difference how I behave or how I think and how I process my to make me to make to help me to more
Remember.
easily reach the direction I need to reach or
As for job, you mean?
I
Or
mean
for
in general those in the years that coming do I will release do I will release the bigger blood blockage that
yes.
help me to
Mhm.
more easily take direction I really wish to take and be able to not to understand it but to I will have the I will be more conscious of what I wish to take as
Yes.
direction.
Well, looking at star systems, constellations that you feel connected to, and connecting to the sun, you connect to the constellations, fine, but looking up different suns also that have been found. The moons aren't that powerful. I mean, they can be, but connecting to the sun will help you heal. There's a lot of just self discovery there that will show itself.
Okay, because even I work on myself almost since 2 years, almost full time, and still have a like feeling to be in the fog and just tired of that.
Well, that's going to happen. It's just, I mean, you've had a lot of connections to godlike beings that are just so like insanely powerful. And these are beings that will eventually make more sense to you. Meaning, yeah, just remembering something similar to like a Greek reality where you just see beings doing at whatever dimension that comes to mind. It doesn't always have to be humanoid, but a lot of them will be humanoid.
Okay.
So just was it Bruce Almighty? Not like that, but the movie with Jim
Yeah.
Carrey, somewhere to that. But actually, there are worlds like where beings like that do exist. So remembering things like that, whatever comes to mind to you. So that will probably start triggering a lot.
Okay.
Well, little by little, there's also insectoid beings you have connections to that are connected to the mantis. And some of the mantis did things that they should not have been doing in the universe or this galaxy, you could say. And part of it is like, if you remember, it's going to kind of be painful of what they did because it affected you a lot. So, kind of like what the insectoids did, they just caused a lot of wars throughout the galaxy to get what they wanted because they could. They wanted to dominate. They just felt like it. There's more to it than that, but part of you felt like ashamed or didn't want to be part of them, and kind of connected to the android reality to separate yourself from organic beings like an insectoid being.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's
And
one aspect of your life. Yes, go ahead.
those have been part of Golden Mantis.
Yes. The golden
Uh,
mantis are one of the more powerful ones. Yes.
okay.
Yeah, you're connected to. Yeah.
How they well, yeah, but they are more positive.
They can be, but some of them can also be very controlling. Some of them are also connected to the Anunnaki. There are Anunnaki versions of mantis beings, so putting it that way.
But the golden one is mainly is more is mainly put the one I be part is was more positive or negative.
More positive.
Okay. And how they influence me in this life.
It's just that there was a shock in your system where you had to kind of go in hiding a little bit, meaning that you disassociated yourself from insectoid beings when they're causing a lot of difficulties in the galaxy.
Okay.
So you just kind of shut down and kind of went into hiding, not hiding, but moved away from them.
And what is the main learning I got from that this life on this life?
Well, in this lifetime, you're coming out of that. You're unwinding a lot of their manipulations, and you're connecting more to your emotions. Part of you have been afraid of emotions due to, like, some beings would use their emotions as a way to attack others and cause difficulties. So you kind of disconnected from a lot of that
Yeah.
in your other
Yeah.
lifetimes. So,
The other day I just walk outside in the street and I understand what kind of effect I have when I am in I will say scanning mode. Always to try to connect to feel what happens inside the people,
yes.
and I just be able to disconnect from that and just be inside in myself. And I just feel when someone try to doing that to me, it's like a big bubble. They try to pierce inside my bubble or something like that, and I see the inside kind of bad negative effect you have on that could have on people. And
Yeah,
I guess it's
separating.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're separating yourself from controlling people. You're used to being around and controlling environments in your past.
Okay.
So that's one of the things they're warning in this lifetime, to be away from that type of dictatorship. So one reason why Kit Tech took on the food service, because it was less controlling. There is a controlling aspect of it, but overall it's still less menacing.
Yeah. And if I got a little bit infusion of golden mantis, what that could change in me?
Yeah, it would bring more of a balance to, yeah. So yeah, you can connect more to just the golden mantis just to help you, remember your galactic self and feel more outgoing when I connect with more people, when I connect more to your power abilities. It's not going to happen all at once, but it'll probably show a little change at first. Like a little light will come on, and then a clearing will come on, then another light will come on. So it's little by little.
So that could be not too much damageable to add infusion. 2% could be not could be good.
5% is okay. 2% is fine. 5% is fine.
5 is fine. Okay, it's not too much powerful.
No.
Okay, I will try with 5 and when adjust with. I will let my higher self adjust that if need.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Any private message I need to receive from you or from someone else?
I would see some of your father's energy around. Not sure of your relationship. I don't know. It seems like he has a lot of regret from a lot of mistakes he's made. Yeah, he's still healing his heart chakra, healing of what he's done for other people, or done to other people. So he's finding more of a positive side to himself, little by little.
Does he is conscious at this point. He has a conscience himself. It's not something he it's a process he already understand, and
right.
he can easily deal with it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing with a lot of self-love issues. And part of you is kind of like a father to him, where you just, this is your problems, this is your issues, this is what you have to deal with. So you're kind of hard on him, but that's a good thing. That's in an astral.
Yeah, I I have a lot of impression in the past, and still now I had been more the father and for my mother and my father.
Yeah.
And more than anything is
right. See, that's been more with your father than your mother. It's been a lot with your mother, but it seemed like you were doing more father figure stuff with your father, from what I could see, from my perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried. I didn't find the answer about that. Mm-hmm. I spent most of my, I think I never really called my dad. I always use his name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because you're kind of, because you had a different type of relationship there. Yeah, it wasn't your typical father-son relationship, as you can see.
And my mother, I don't use his name, but I don't necessarily use much is the word mommy, or you have some kind of restriction, or I don't know. It's like if she was not the way I at this point I see that is like if my mother was not my mother, is like is it could be she could be my aunt, and she just adopt me and take care of me, because it's like if my mother was someone else, but something like that is. I know she spent a lot of time to take care of and watch if I have everything I need, but the emotional side was not there, or maybe it was there when I was really young. When I look a picture of how she act with my nephew and niece, something like that. Any information you can catch about that, or?
Well, their mother is like you see more eye to eye to her. But your father, you know his pitfalls, his problems, you know his difficulty, you know, you see his faults really clear. So it's like you're not going to be the son energy, you're going to be more of the father figure. With your mother, at least you see her intentions are more positive. So that's why you work with that energy a little bit easier. Yeah, she's like a niece or a cousin or something like that, exactly. So, but that's also good for the relationship that you have too. It's not your typical father son, you know, mother son relationship. So it keeps it going, you can say.
Yeah, or more, or maybe it was like a relation between big sister and brother, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Here. Any other entity need to jump in before we close this?
There's this frog energies that are around that are healing your energy. You've been a frog person in your past.
If you wish to jump in. Yeah, you can jump in for 2-3 minutes.
Blessings.
Thanks.
Greetings. This is the God consciousness. This is not a frog person. So I'm not like your prime. I'm not like your prime creator either. I'm more of a God energy of the earth, the universe. I'm just different than prime creator. I'm just God consciousness. You can say it's more connected to the holy ghosts or the holy energies of your connection to soul to spirit.
You're more dedicated to this universe?
Yeah, I'm just more of a deeper connection, you could say. There's different aspects of God consciousness, but just to make you aware of so yeah, you're removing a lot of the AI components from your existence. Yeah, it's been shattered. You've actually been an AI being and been destroyed on different planets. The planets have been destroyed themselves. So your fractal energies are still with you currently. So your mother energy helped you through all that. You know, I want to say sacrificed herself, but she helped you, save you actually many lifetimes. Your father kind of turned against you in previous lifetimes. It's hard to see him as a father, but he has some good connection, some good qualities. So that's one of the reasons why it's just that your father, mother, brothers you've all been in those positions in other lifetimes.
Okay.
So the reason I bring that in is just you're healing your brother's energy. I feel like there's still forgiveness. Your younger brother is still some forgiveness that you're working on. It's one of the blockages of he's betrayed you a lot in your previous lifetimes. So I believe that's a blockage. Yeah, you've just been kind of selfish.
Okay.
Who hasn't been?
Is the main challenge is the main work you have to do in this life, or?
Yeah. He has to make up for a lot of stuff. You're just like a young party soul in his past. So
Okay, just party time.
well, he's been like a commander of ships, and he just made some really bad decisions. So
Okay.
here he's trying to figure himself out what he wants. So yeah.
Okay.